Antarctica, Earth's coldest, driest, and highest continent, remains a vast wilderness, almost untouched by humanity. Its sheer remoteness and extreme conditions have preserved a landscape that feels otherworldly, a place where nature reigns supreme and time seems to stand still. To reach it is to embark on one of the last great adventures, crossing formidable seas to a land of stark, unparalleled beauty. The journey itself is a rite of passage, a test of both resolve and imagination, as you leave behind the familiar and set your sights on the unknown. The journey is a test of endurance, spirit, and curiosity, drawing those who yearn for true wilderness. Each day at sea brings new challenges and moments of awe, forging a bond among travelers who share a thirst for discovery. The legendary Drake Passage guards the way, a rite of passage for all who seek the White Continent. Its unpredictable weather and powerful currents have humbled even the most seasoned explorers. Here, the Southern Ocean reveals its scale and power, preparing and humbling every traveler. The vastness of the sea is both intimidating and mesmerizing, a reminder of nature's raw force. The voyage south is a gradual immersion into an alien world. The air grows colder, the light shifts, and life aboard the ship is dictated by the sea. Each passing hour brings you closer to the edge of the map, where few have ventured. As South America fades behind, anticipation builds. Ahead lies only the churning expanse of the Drake. The sense of isolation deepens, and the excitement of what's to come grows with every mile. The adventure truly begins when you surrender to the ocean's power and trust in your vessel and crew. Teamwork and resilience become essential, as everyone adapts to the rhythm of the sea. Antarctica's allure is not just in its icebergs and wildlife, but in its silence, purity, and overwhelming scale. The landscape is both harsh and breathtaking, a place where the ordinary rules of life seem suspended. To travel here is to step into a living natural history documentary, witnessing scenes unchanged for millennia. Every moment is a reminder of the planet's ancient past and enduring mysteries. The Drake Passage is the dramatic opening chapter, the challenge that must be met for admission to the world's greatest natural spectacle. It is the threshold between the known and the unknown, the first test of your Antarctic journey. Before the ice, there is the ocean, a vast, untamed threshold. The anticipation builds as the first glimpses of ice appear on the horizon, signaling the approach of a new world. The journey changes your perspective on our planet and your place within it. It inspires a sense of humility and wonder, reminding you of the fragility and majesty of the natural world. It is an experience that stays with you for a lifetime. The memories, the friendships, and the lessons learned become part of your story, long after the voyage ends. And so, the voyage to Antarctica begins, a journey into the heart of the unknown, where adventure and awe await at every turn. Every Antarctic expedition begins in Ushuaia, Argentina, El Fin del Mundo, the end of the world. This remote city, perched at the very tip of South America, is the southernmost city on the planet, a place where the land finally gives way to the vast southern ocean. Nestled between the Beagle Channel and the Marshall Mountains, Ushuaia is the last outpost of civilization before the southern wilderness. Here, dramatic peaks rise above the city, and the cold winds hint at the icy world that lies ahead. The city buzzes with anticipation, its streets filled with explorers from around the globe, sharing stories and preparing for the journey ahead. Cafes and hostels overflow with excitement as travelers check their gear and swap tales of past adventures. There's a unique camaraderie here, a shared sense of purpose among those about to venture into the unknown. Friendships form quickly, bound by the thrill of what's to come and the challenges that await. Ushuaia's colorful buildings and vibrant energy stand in stark contrast to the wild landscape beyond. The city feels like a beacon of warmth and life, surrounded by untamed nature and the promise of adventure. Many take a final hike in Tierra del Fuego National Park, savoring the last green forests before the world of ice. The park's rugged beauty offers a moment of reflection before leaving solid ground behind. Boarding the expedition ship is a moment of excitement and emotion, the point of no return. With every step up the gangway, anticipation builds, and the reality of the journey ahead sets in. As the vessel slips down the Beagle Channel, the city's lights fade, and the adventure truly begins. The familiar world recedes, replaced by the endless horizon and the unknown. The ship becomes a floating community, united by a single goal: to reach Antarctica. Together we set out across the open sea, ready to face the challenges and wonders that await at the bottom of the world. Beyond the Beagle Channel lies the infamous Drake Passage, separating South America from the Antarctic Peninsula. This 800-kilometer stretch is legendary for its rough seas, where the Atlantic, Pacific, and Southern Oceans collide. With no land to slow the winds or currents, the Drake is a natural barrier, its waves and storms protecting Antarctica for millennia. Travelers experience either the rare Drake Lake, calm seas, or the notorious Drake Shake, a relentless rocking that tests endurance. The passage is more than an obstacle. It's a vital part of the Antarctic ecosystem, isolating the continent and fueling its food web. Upwelling currents bring nutrients to the surface, sustaining life from tiny krill to great whales. Enduring the Drake is a rite of passage, a reminder of nature's power and the engine that drives Antarctic abundance. Crossing it, you earn your entry to the last great wilderness. The Drake Shake is a full-body experience. As the ship enters open ocean, gentle swells build into a rolling, unpredictable rhythm. Walking becomes a challenge. The ship creaks and groans, wind and waves batter the hull. Meals are served on non-slip mats, and everyone develops a wide-legged sea legs walk. Some retreat to their cabins, letting the motion lull them into rest, while others brave the decks to witness the ocean's raw power. The weather shifts rapidly. Sunshine gives way to snow, and the wind howls, whipping the sea into white foam. Modern ships provide stability and reassurance, but the wildness outside is ever present. On board, experts share stories of early explorers and the science behind the waves. Albatrosses and petrels glide effortlessly alongside, masters of the storm. The Drake becomes a classroom, teaching respect for the elements and anticipation for what lies ahead. Each moment on the passage is a lesson in humility and awe. The wild sea prepares you for Antarctica's wonders. The Drake Passage evokes a spectrum of emotions: excitement, awe, and reflection. Some stand on deck, exhilarated by the wind and spray, feeling both small and alive. Others find solace in their cabins, rocked into contemplation by the ocean's rhythm. The courage of early explorers like Shackleton comes to mind, deepening respect for those who braved these waters before. Camaraderie flourishes as passengers gather, sharing stories and laughter, bonded by the shared challenge. The Drake Shake transforms strangers into a community of adventurers. The most powerful moment comes as land appears, a dark shape or a towering iceberg on the horizon. Excitement sweeps the ship. The hardships of the crossing are instantly forgotten. You have made it. The white continent awaits. The journey across the Drake becomes a cherished memory. Suddenly the chaos of the Drake Passage gives way to an unexpected calm as the ship enters the shelter of the South Shetland Islands. The wind softens, the waves subside, and a sense of anticipation fills the air. Here, the journey transforms from a test of endurance to a voyage of discovery. The first iceberg appears on the horizon, a dazzling spectrum of blues, sculpted by wind and water over countless years. Its surface glistens in the sunlight, hinting at the mysteries hidden beneath the waves. Towering mountains and ancient glaciers rise abruptly from the sea, their scale immense and humbling. The landscape is both forbidding and inviting, a place where nature reigns supreme. Occasionally a glacier calves, thundering into the water and birthing a new iceberg. The sound echoes across the bay, a reminder of the continent's restless energy. The silence is profound, broken only by the crunch of ice, the call of a distant seabird, or the faint sigh of a whale surfacing nearby. Each sound is magnified in the stillness. Subtle details emerge, frost patterns on railings, the sun casting long shadows across the deck, the astonishing clarity of the water revealing a world below the surface. The landscape invites you to slow down, to watch and listen, to become fully present in this extraordinary place. The first landing is a milestone, stepping from a zodiac onto Antarctic rock and ice. Each footstep marks a personal achievement, a moment of connection with the continent itself. Surrounded by a panorama of breathtaking scenery, you feel as if you've arrived on another planet. The vastness and purity of the landscape are almost otherworldly. The journey's challenges culminate in this moment of awe and privilege. Every hardship fades, replaced by wonder and gratitude. Antarctica's raw beauty is overwhelming, a place where the world feels stripped to its purest form. The world feels ancient, untouched, and utterly real. Here, time seems to stand still, and the marks of humanity are nowhere to be found. Every sense is heightened in this pristine wilderness. The cold air tingles on your skin, the snow crunches beneath your boots, and each breath feels fresher than the last. You are a visitor in the last great wild place on Earth, a fleeting guest in a land that endures beyond human time. The privilege of arrival is unforgettable, a memory etched forever, a reminder of the planet's enduring wonders and your place within them. Antarctica teems with life, its wildlife unafraid of humans. Penguin colonies number in the tens of thousands, their chatter filling the air. Watching them waddle, swim, and interact is a delight. Seals bask on ice floes, Weddell, leopard, and crab-eater seals among them. Whales abound, humpbacks breach, orcas patrol, and minkies glide by. Daily zodiac excursions bring you close to ice and wildlife, always with care and respect. Guided hikes offer stunning views and encounters with penguin rookeries. Each day brings new adventures, kayaking, visiting research stations, or even a polar plunge. Every experience deepens your appreciation for this unique continent. Antarctica constantly surprises and inspires. It is a place of wonder for those who visit with respect. Visiting Antarctica is a powerful education in stewardship. The continent is a vital scientific laboratory, its ice recording Earth's climate history. Here, the fragility of the ecosystem is stark. Warming oceans and melting ice threaten its balance. Strict protocols ensure visitors leave no trace and protect wildlife. The Antarctic Treaty sets the continent aside for peace and science, a model of international cooperation. But treaties alone aren't enough. The future depends on global action against climate change. Seeing retreating glaciers makes climate change real and urgent. Visitors often return as ambassadors, sharing stories and advocating for protection. Antarctic tourism creates a global community committed to preservation. The journey inspires a deep connection and a call to protect our fragile Earth. As the ship turns north, reflection settles in. The return across the Drake is filled with memories: whales, icebergs, penguins, and the wild sea. The journey changes you, expanding your sense of scale and connection to the planet. Antarctica strips away the non-essential, awakening wonder and humility. It reminds us of the planet's interconnectedness and our responsibility to protect it. The adventure may end, but its influence endures, inspiring thoughtful action. Journeys like this deepen our relationship with Earth and the urgent need to preserve its beauty. Let us cherish and protect our only home, ensuring its wonders endure for generations.